This building is important to people all over the country, and we wanted them to have the opportunity to weigh in by signing the petition, and it quickly grew to 300 signatures.
A local rabbi is fighting to save the old St. Johns County Jail from demolition.
We discovered that there were plans to demolish the old jail annex, and that bothered us greatly. Several civil rights figures were held in that jail, including Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Ralph Abernathy.
Rabbi Merrill Shapiro is president of the St. Augustine Historical Society.
The largest mass arrest of rabbis in U.S. history took place, that was the Monson, now the Hilton Garden Inn on the waterfront, on June 18th, 1964. 16 rabbis and a lay leader were swept up and were held in that jail overnight for disturbing the peace by trying to enter the Monson Hotel lunchroom. Each had a black teenager on their arm. The black teenagers from Albany, Georgia. The rabbis were here at the request of Martin Luther King Jr., and they entered to pray and were quickly arrested, taken away, and put in that jail.
Shapiro says they've got a petition online to save the jail at change.org.
History is so important to St. Augustine. Preserving buildings is so important. We're an area, of course, that's growing by leaps and bounds, and we do not want to see our history obliterated.
Tomorrow we'll hear from Sheriff Robert Hardwick on why he believes the St. Johns County Jail needs to be demolished. I'm Daryl Modi reporting.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Oh, I can tell you, with the technology that we have today and the sophistication of law enforcement, you will be found and you will be prosecuted, and you're not going to like the result.
State Attorney for the 7th Circuit, R.J. Larissa, talks to Liz Ryan about what people are not going to get away with.
Road rage and illegal use of guns. Just ask Anthony Gray.
He's looking at significant prison time.
Larissa details the crimes a St. Johns County jury found him guilty of yesterday.
This was a road rage incident that happened on the interstate. He got aggressive with this family that was actually driving to Disney. There were young children in this car, and Greg pulled a gun. He waved it at them. He threatened them with it, and then ultimately he fired a round and hit the vehicle. Hit by the grace of God that nobody was injured or killed, and over nothing.
Gray sped away from the scene and tried to cover up the crime by going to his rental home in Flagler County, where he disassembled the gun and disposed of the parts in the ocean and a nearby wooded area. But he was eventually caught and found guilty on several charges.
Improper display of a firearm, 2 counts of ag assault, 1 count of tampering with physical evidence, and then the discharge of a firearm from a vehicle. He's a young gun because of his age.
This is what being a young gun means.
We found, Liz, most of the gun violence is done by individuals that can be anywhere in age from 12 to 25 or 26 years old. They will actually get on social media and they will glorify gun violence. So we saw this trend, we saw a need to address it, and we got with our partners in law enforcement. We created the Young Guns Initiative, and now we identify these cases as they go through the system.
That young gun will be sentenced at a later date. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
Beginning next year, there will be a new way to get around St. Augustine.
The city of St. Augustine has selected Drifters Beach and Bike Rentals for a city bike share service. Ian Guthrie, owner of Drifters Bike Rentals.
These will be point-to-point locations, so they'll be able to jump on a bike and be downtown, come to the island side, or vice versa. So I feel like it'll be a great improvement for just mobility on that end, and then also being able to connect our visitors to our local businesses around town.
The Drifters City Bike Share program is designed to reduce traffic congestion while showcasing local businesses. Strategically placing bike stations near shops, restaurants, and landmarks creates a self-guided tour experience, highlighting everything St. Augustine has to offer.
It's great for someone to be able to easily park, jump on a bike, and explore all throughout town and have an easy way to get back to where they are parked.
For more information or to sponsor a station, email hello@drifterscitybike.com. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.